let's talk about the Aam Aadmi Party, because it is coming across as a double whammy to the party as far as the price Delhi government model is concerned, as the Delhi Lieutenant Governor has now ordered for a fresh investigation against the alleged malpractices in Delhi Sarkar's Mohalla clinics. Remember, this comes days after the LG ordered for a CBI probe into medicines that actually did not meet the quality standards. Let's tell you more about that investigation, where the Delhi LG has now ordered for a probe over allegations of fake diagnostic tests, and the lens is now on fraudulent practices in laboratories and also in government clinics. A Vigilance Department note suggests that fake mobile numbers were used to mark entry of patients, and nearly 20,000 tests were recommended on blank mobile numbers. Now, the Vigilance Department believes that payments were made to private labs against lakhs of fake numbers, and it also goes on to say that the sole intention seems to be generating invoices against work which was actually not being done. Meanwhile, let me go across to Tetri, and we also have Aditi joining us live right now, because Tetri, for a better understanding as far as the probe that has now been ordered by the Lieutenant Governor, how far does it go as far as to finding out who was exactly behind generating these invoices?
Well, certainly this is not something for the first time that is happening with the Delhi government in health sector specifically, because earlier we have seen that it was about the medicines and drugs, and now it is about the radiology and pathology tests where tests were conducted on the ghost patient. And not only that, in fact, what is shocking is that LG had also recommended an year back that whenever the patients are coming for the test, in fact, their Aadhaar card should be monitored, the details of Aadhaar card should be taken. But no details of the Aadhaar card was taken. In fact, numbers also we have seen in the details which we have got. There are some kind of numbers which are repeating several times. In fact, the name of patients are also repeating. And surprising is that the doctors are also marking their attendance from their home, or in fact via video conferencing. And in fact, also the medicines that are being provided to the patients over there, that are also inappropriate, which is of course very much surprising. And of course BJP is raising several questions as to why this is happening, because Aam Aadmi Party has been claiming, or in fact Aam Aadmi Party has been pitching itself in each and every elections as a best health and education models. So now it seems to be very much ironical, because Aam Aadmi Party has been pitching itself to be best in health model, but now it seems to be demolished, because this kind of scams or the kind of revelations that are coming on and on, say it be for the lab tests or for the medicines, it's really devastating. And certainly now it will be raising many questions on the policies and on the kind of health policies that Aam Aadmi Party
We also
is
talk about, as far as this particular note that is now coming from the Vigilance Department, also writing to the Health Secretary over such issues. Let me also go across to Aditi for that. Yes, Aditi.
Right, Amita, and let me go across to this letter that we have access. This is the Directorate of Vigilance saying that out of about 526 Aam Aadmi Mohalla clinics, findings with respect to 7 Aam Aadmi Mohalla clinics are eye-opening. Let's note down the recommendation and the observations that were done. Doctors were not present in these Mohalla clinics. Attendance was made by these doctors fraudulently through pre-recorded videos. Second, while presence of treating doctor is compulsory for recommending a test, however, tests were recommended without the presence of treating doctor. Third, tests were recommended and medicines were prescribed to the patients by staff, which was not competent. Fourth, since data of patient is itself fictitious in respect to these 7 Aam Mohalla clinics, possible connivance by the doctors and other officers with private players needs to be investigated. Fourth, Aguilar's diagnostic lab has recommended tests on blank mobile numbers, indicating a fraud. Fake mobile numbers starting with 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 were entered for recommending the test. Then repeatedly same number were used for registering. About 3,100 tests were recommended on one mobile number. That was
right.
No, 99999, and it is nothing but sheer fraud. So a fraud that was being carried out has been highlighted by the Directorate of Vigilance report.
Absolutely. So the Vigilance Department believes that payments were actually made to private labs against lakhs of fake numbers. It also goes on to say that the sole intention seems to be to generate invoices against work that was not actually being done.